Imagine this, the most powerful people in the world, from movie stars to dictators, all choosing the same car. Why? Because the Rolls-Royce Phantom isn't just a car, it's a statement. But what made this particular model the ultimate status symbol for nearly a century? Let's dive in. The story begins in 1928, when Fred Astaire, fresh off his success in London's Funny Face, purchased a bespoke 1927 Rolls-Royce Phantom one-town car. So enamored was he with its luxurious ride and presence that he shipped it across the Atlantic, even commissioning a custom Louis Vuitton trunk specifically for his tap shoes. Similarly, upon Marlene Dietrich's arrival in Hollywood in 1930, Paramount executives greeted her with a stunning green Phantom 1 convertible. This very car even graced the silver screen in her debut film, Morocco, which earned Dietrich her sole Oscar nomination. These weren't isolated incidents. They were the beginning of a trend. Since its debut in 1925, marking a century of unparalleled luxury across 8 generations, the Rolls-Royce Phantom has reigned supreme as the British marquee's most opulent and exclusive offering. Praised for its seemingly effortless power, incredibly smooth ride, cutting-edge technology, for its time, of course, and exquisite interior and exterior detailing, the Phantom quickly became the celebrity status symbol. And this wasn't just a coincidence, it was partly by design. Leslie Kendall, curator at the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles, explains, in the early days, Hollywood encouraged their stars to ride around in very expensive cars, because it enhanced their celebrity, and by extension, the celebrity of the studio. Think of it as early influencer marketing. The studios understood that a star seen in a Phantom was a star worth seeing. But here's where it gets controversial. The Phantom wasn't just for actors and actresses. The Phantom 4 limousines, produced in the 1950s, were exclusively reserved for heads of state and royalty. We're talking about figures like the Shah of Iran, General Francisco Franco of Spain, and Queen Elizabeth II of England. To own a Phantom 4, you had to qualify as a head of state or of royal birth. Kendall emphasizes. That was the most elusive Phantom, and the one that was off-limits even to Hollywood. Imagine the sheer exclusivity. This cemented the Phantom's image as the ultimate symbol of power and prestige. And this is the part most people miss. As musicians rose to prominence and amassed fortunes, they too sought the ultimate symbol of success. Big band leaders like Duke Ellington and Count Basie were likely chauffeured in Phantom 2s or 3s. Elvis Presley, the king himself, customized a 1963 Phantom 5 with a telephone and a microphone, just in case inspiration struck while on the road. French songbird Edith Piaf was a devoted Phantom enthusiast, as were soul legends Sam Cooke and Al Green. These artists weren't just buying a car, they were buying a piece of history and a symbol of their hard-earned success. In 1964, John Lennon took things to another level. He purchased a Phantom 5 and commissioned a custom psychedelic paint job, adding a record and cassette player and even external speakers. Perhaps seeking a more understated ride, he bought a second Phantom in 1968, this time in white on white. Liberace, known for his flamboyant style, covered one of his Rollses, a 1962 Phantom V convertible, in a dazzling disco ball of tiny mirrors. The car even co-starred in his long-running Vegas residency, becoming an extension of his over-the-top persona. Liberace's spiritual heir, Elton John, validated his own success with a pristine white Phantom Vs. The story goes that while being driven to a 1973 concert, he spotted a newer brown Phantom at a dealership, ordered his chauffeur to stop, bought the car on the spot, and rode in it to the event. Later, he equipped it with a sound system so powerful that the rear windshield needed shatterproof reinforcements. He even customized another Phantom, a 1962 Phantom V, with a wildly colorful cotton candy livery, both inside and out. If you bought one of these cars, you didn't sneak it home at night and hide it in the garage. You paraded it, Kendall says, perfectly capturing the Phantom's purpose. It is beyond conspicuous consumption. It was about making a statement, letting the world know you had arrived. The Phantom took a brief hiatus in the 1990s during a period of restructuring for Rolls-Royce. But when the Phantom 7 was unveiled in 2003, it instantly became a hip-hop icon. Artists like T-Pain, 2 Chainz, Big Boy, Fat Joe, Rick Ross, and Pharrell Williams all jumped on board. Drake's manager even gifted him a Phantom that the rapper had been renting to keep up appearances. And rumors swirled that Jay-Z and Beyoncé commissioned a staggering $28 million custom-bodied boat-tail convertible, built on a Phantom 8 chassis. Looking ahead, the next generation Phantom 9 will be fully electric, aligning with Rolls-Royce's commitment to electrification. But that seems unlikely to diminish its allure in Hollywood or beyond. A Phantom will always be equal parts elegant and intimidating, Kendall concludes. So you're always going to have that turn your head and see who's inside phenomenon. You can't help but peek. So, what do you think? Is the Rolls-Royce Phantom's enduring appeal simply about wealth and status, or does it represent something more profound? Is it a symbol of artistic achievement, a statement of power, or a combination of both? And with the shift towards electric vehicles, will the Phantom maintain its iconic status in the future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.